It's language arts time, everybody. The story that we're reading is Town Hall. So today we're going to talk a little bit about compare and contrast. We've talked about it in the past before, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to go over it. We're going to go over the pages together. So, when you compare two things, you tell how they are alike. And then when you contrast two things, you tell how they are different.
Didn't we start to do that with a duck and a geese recently?
We did.
On a paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a little idea if that's okay. Sometimes I used to get confused about compare and contrast. So I got this from a student. They said, Miss East, compare is like you have a pair of shoes. And when you have a pair of shoes, they're very similar. They're alike. So compare is how things are alike. And contrast are how things are different. So compare and contrast. Alike and different. Okay.
Okay. So if you think about this, good readers. So if you guys are reading like you should be reading, if you're to be working on a reading skill too, good readers compare and contrast. They can contrast characters in a story. So maybe if we took, let me see.
How about Magic Treehouse?
Okay.
Isn't there a
So
brother
we
and a
have-
sister?
We do. You're right. Magic Treehouse stories. We have, now I can't even think of what their names are either.
But they are a boy and a girl.
Yes,
And
brother
I've
and
read
sister.
lots of those.
Me too.
Annie and Jack.
Annie and
So we have Jack and Annie. Remember, they both like adventure, right? But one's a boy, one's a girl. They're either the same ages? No. Jack has glasses, and he likes to write things down and put them in his journal. Where Annie, she's just ready to take off and go and do things, right? Remember in the dragon or the dinosaurs, if you remember that first story, where she just went down that ladder and she wanted to go pet all the dinosaurs. So she was different in that way. So you can compare and contrast.
Very impulsive.
Very
Because
impulsive.
because she's younger.
Yes, but I don't think she's too much younger, but I think she is younger. All right, and so also you can compare and contrast where a story is taking place. Okay, so we've got an example. How are the settings in a story alike and different? So I have up here at the top, this up here looks like a big open meadow, right? But then you look over here, so a story could take place maybe, Bambi, right? Bambi's in the open, Bambi's in the forest, right? But then you have over here on this side, if you can see it, there's a great big city. It looks probably like it's New York. So the places, the settings in a story would be completely different. Do you think you'd find a deer in the city?
Oh,
Not unless you do the zoo.
I was gonna say,
New
unless you
York
do
Zoo.
the
I was gonna say the pigeon in Times Square, right? Because Times Square is New York,
In New York.
and that's a good story. Good.
All right, so comparing and contrasting, just some little reminders there. So we're going to look at the paper now that we're going to do. You find this paper right here. It's got the little horses on it. It says On the Ranch. So if you find that paper, and let me see if I can find it here. I've got this one here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read this to you. And then we're going to talk about May, how they're both alike, and then how Lee or Leah is alike or different. So it says, May and Leah are cowgirls who work on a vacation ranch. May laughs and jokes a lot as she talks to visitors. Her job is to teach people how to ride a horse. Sounds like fun. I'd like to go out and riding. Leah is serious. Her job is to groom and feed the horses. Groom means like she's like brushing them and she's taking care of them. Maybe she's
braiding their tails.
braiding their tails.
Their
She
mane.
could even be working on taking the dirt and stuff out of their hoofs of their legs.
Feet.
Their feet, their legs, where the horseshoe part is. Let's see. May and Leah work hard. At the end of the day, they love to ride the horses for fun. So let's now look at that now that we've just read that together. How, as May talks to visitors, what does she do? Laughs and jokes. Okay, number 2. May's job is, so what did she have to do for work? She was teaching people how to ride. She's a people person, I think. Sounds like she likes people and talks to people and shares things. Now, how are they both the same? We're going to do both the same before we go over there, only because it says number 3. So it says both May and Leah they're both cowgirls. It said that in the very beginning, I think it was the first, right here, first sentence. May and Lee are cowgirls. So you can always highlight that too. That's how they're the same. And then number 4, both May and Lee love horseback riding. Well, if they work at a ranch, they probably do, huh?
They probably should. That'd probably be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So
If they didn't like to
fun.
ride horses, I don't know if I'd want to be working at a horse ranch.
Then it would be really hard work.
Yes. All right, so now we're going to talk about Leah, or Lee. It says Lee's job is, so what's her job? Her job was to, we looked at it here, feed and groom the horses. So she was the one, remember, taking care of them, braiding their tails or their manes. And then number 6, while she works, Leah is, and what was she? She was the serious one. So she was serious and she liked to laugh and joke. She was more a people person.
Reminds me of Serious Farm.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Serious
Farmer Fred, he was very serious.
And the cows,
They wanted to make him
I
laugh.
wanted to make them laugh.
So, since we did this page together, you guys can put a happy face or a star, whatever you choose to do. And it's all done. We're going to go on to the next one. So what you guys are going to do now, let me erase this, is you are going to grab your vocabulary. You can either grab your sheets that you have at home already and trash. Or you can use this video or the PowerPoint to look at your words to write a sentence for each vocabulary word. So your words again are accomplish, attend, race, juggling, feasible, serve, preference, report, which you guys are working on right now, your bug ones, area, and alternative. So you're going to have, just write a sentence for each. Remember, when you write your sentences, remember your sentence needs to start with a capital letter and end with punctuation. If you're asking a question, Missies, what's it going to end with?
I have a question about that. No, question mark.
You are right.
Question mark.
If you are doing a telling sentence, what are we going to end with?
A period.
A period. If you're writing a sentence where you're just so excited, what are you going to end with?
An exclamation point.
Good job. So make sure you do that. A lot of you, for some reason, you don't want to put that end punctuation. Make sure you put it at the end of your sentence. Your sentences need to be 7 or more words. Yes, my class, not 6 anymore. It actually should be however old you are, or how old you are is how many words should be in there. But we're going to go with 7 or more. And then the last one, use some adjectives. Give me some describing stuff. Remember, we want to give more information to make our sentences a little bit better, a little bit more informative. So,
And one thing they should do is they should reread. One thing you want to get, when you get done doing your sentence, reread it. Make sure it makes sense before you want to turn it in. So reread your sentence, make sure it makes sense. Maybe even read it to mom or dad or one of your brothers or sisters or something.
Hey, I have an idea too. You could maybe, when Mrs. Lopez said add adjectives, so think about this, it was an exciting race, right? Or, this would be an adverb, but you don't need to know that word yet. She serves very well, or she was serving quickly, something like that. So, yeah, those are adjectives. The area was very green. So green
green
is
describing the area.
adjective.
All right, and so we want to go ahead and give another shout out. I know that there's more that we did get that came in, but we just grabbed a few here. So everyone did such a great job on their graphic aids, and we just picked a few. Okay, I'm sorry if we didn't add yours to it and that, but we got a lot, and we're just proud of you for doing them. We did look at them though. So we have Eli here who did his B of his graphic aid. We have Sophia, great job. John did a great job. Logan, Grace, and Giovanni. Like I said, you guys, we did see other ones. They were great. You did a great job on them. So proud of you for doing them. So I think we might have one more slide left for today. You are now going to get onto Kahoot. That link will be emailed to you or posted if it hasn't already been done. You can get onto that, practice today, because when you take it tomorrow, that'll be the real score. We'll take the highest score that you have. So just try to get it done if you can tomorrow. If you need the weekend, we understand, that's okay, or you need a little bit more time. But we will start checking tomorrow afternoon at the end of the day. So, and then if you have not completed your biography, please work on this and have it completed by Friday when you're ready to turn it in. Again, if you need the weekend, it's okay. Just that's pretty much a goal, so we can start grading them too and getting them back. So have a good rest of your time working on all your language arts.